few more, and then we'll take a break. Right? And we do have a group activity planned for today as well. Climbing and descending. We need to consider what is my cruise altitude and what is my airport elevation. We're going to do an example of a climb here. Okay. I'm leaving an airport at a certain elevation. And I'm climbing up to a certain cruise altitude. The difference is the amount of feet to climb. I'm not always climbing from sea level, so I got to figure out what is my elevation of the airport. So then we take that feet to climb divided by the rate of climb. Very simple, gives us our minutes to climb. And when you find that problem, it's used as the basis for several different problems in the climb category. So just looking at an example here, with an airport at an elevation of 1,000 feet, going up to a cruise altitude of 9,500 feet, and using an average rate of climb of 500 feet per minute. And I'll give you a real easy one today. The time to climb, well, we first find how many feet to climb. So 9,500 minus 1,000. That will give me 8,500 feet to climb. And then divide that by 500 feet per minute. You can use your manual flight computer for that calculation. Calculator, but you'll come up with approximately 17 minutes on that. So let's take a peek. Make sure you can use that number in other calculations. Right? You might be asked, what is the distance traveled in the climb? This is the horizontal distance traveled. So you're maintaining a ground speed for a certain amount of time, and that's going to get you your horizontal distance. So that means you're going to have to find ground speed. So you're going to have to use the wind side of your flight computer in order to find your ground speed. You got to make sure you're comfortable finding that. Yeah, and we do not use ForeFlight in here for any of this sort of stuff. So don't, if you're not very strong on these calculations, you got time to get strong, right? So if we take the example from the previous slide answer, 17 minutes, and averaging 130 knots of true airspeed with the winds 160 at 24 and a true course of 190, right? We could find a ground speed of 109 knots. So you can go back after class during review and practice coming up with 109 here. So now that we have a ground speed, now we can use either a formula for time, speed, distance, or the front side of the flight computer, set our rate at 109 knots. Okay. For 17 minutes, uses 30.9 nautical miles. If you're using a calculator for 17 minutes, you have to convert it into an hour's equivalent. In that case, you divide 17 by 60. Let's go ahead and try top hat question here. There'll be multiple questions. They're all going to use the climb in minutes here. Okay? So the first part of it is going to be departing an airport at 1,500 feet mean sea level, climbing up to 12,500 feet mean sea level. What is the time to climb in minutes if we're climbing at 550 feet per minute? right, so a lot of you answered 20 minutes, and that is the correct answer there. And you ran out of time there. Right, so we are looking at 12,500 feet. Minus 1,500 feet, so you're going to climb 11,000 feet at 550 feet per minute. So we're going to use that 20 minutes for this next problem. Because we are looking for a, well, I'm sorry, in this one we're going to look for ground speed. So true course of 215. Winds are 290 at 20. A true airspeed of 135 knots. What is the ground speed? All right, so you should have found the aircraft at approximately 129 knots. Ooh. A lot of you got 128.2. Be curious to know how you got that. So we're going to use 129 on the ground speed. So all my problems are based upon 129. If you disagree with my 129, you come up after class and show me how you got your answer. All right, using time and ground speed answers, which are going to be 20 minutes and 129 knots, determine distance flown across the ground. So 20 minutes and 129 knots. Using your flight computer, you're setting your rate at 129 knots and looking for 20 minutes on the scale. Otherwise, you're using the formula, distance equals speed multiplied by time. So correct answer is 43 minutes, and most of you did find 43 minutes there. A lot of varieties in there as well. Okay. Yeah, one more on this. What is the fuel used in the climb if the flow is 23 gallons per hour? 23 gallons per hour for 20 minutes. Set your rates to 23 gallons per hour. For 20 minutes. So the correct answer is 7.7 gallons of fuel used. So a lot of you got that one correct. All right, I got one more problem type to cover with you.